Jim Morrison actually named his group The Doors from a mystical reference used first by William Blake and then later by Aldous Huxley. The Doors were just that, spiritual doors to the spiritual world. Morrison viewed himself as a shaman whose role it was to mediate between the demonic world and the counterculture of the 60s. Morrison encouraged them to break on through to the other side. He helped Satan initiate countless multitudes into the world of the occult. Satan picked out Morrison from a very early age and groomed him in the role that he would play to shape Crowley's counterculture revolution in the 1960s. Jim Morrison actually admitted becoming possessed at a very early age. In one song, he refers to the spirits crowding his young, fragile, eggshell mind. In an interview with Jim Morrison that appeared in The Doors' American Prayer album, Jim Morrison elaborates more on the possession experience that took place.
The reaction I get now, thinking about it, looking back, is that the souls or the ghosts of those dead Indians, maybe one or two of them, were just running around, freaking out, and just leaped into my soul. And they're still there.
Even Doors producer Paul Rothchild admitted, quote, "This spirit entered Jim's body. That was a pivotal event in his entire life. He always viewed himself as a shaman having mystical powers. It was this power that drove him and turned him into a seer." Here we see Jim Morrison on the front cover of the Doors album 13. And who is he with? None other than the Satanist Aleister Crowley. Jim Morrison echoed Satanist Aleister Crowley's satanic philosophy for the world revolution, do what thou wilt, with his own declaration that there are no rules.
What it is, bruh? What's up? And we riding on the haters, turned up. We some Murfreesboro niggas. We all about our Skrilla. We smashing hoes, smoking rolls, flipping on the bricks, and we having the fit. Ain't that a bitch? We so fly. Why you haters gotta hate? We trapping good. We stacking money.
What's possessing him? You know what I mean? He said, they said Jimmy didn't know how to sing and shit like that, but it was something coming out of him when he was on stage. You know what I mean? And then, you know, and the band said too, you know, sometimes they wasn't even consciously playing. They didn't know how, you know, was doing they live you know, thing on stage. The only thing they just remember they was up there, and then all of a sudden something came over them. They was playing. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Our children really is picking up the wrong frequency. That's what it is. That's why the kids ain't really.
And they bombard them with this, and the parents let them get away with it too. The parents let them listen to that old screwed up ass rap music and stuff, you know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with rap music if you got a message to send somebody. Yeah. In my opinion, I mean, just talking about bitch and a hoe, who you fucked, and who you gonna shoot or who you gonna kill, and the beef you got or something. That shit ain't nothing.
Yeah.
It's just like it one song. I call it my national anthem, but it's a song because I hashtag this a lot. We do not consent, and there's a rap song called we do not consent. Because I think I got it on.
Yeah. I see you when you do your videos on YouTube. You hashtag that and most of your videos. Yeah.
And I know it's their music, but I'm gonna start using it as my theme song, and we'll just see what the hell they gonna do about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna record it, and I'm gonna start using some music like you do at the first of your videos.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use that because hey, we don't consent to this shit. You know, we didn't consent to this.
Yeah, that's right. See, I'm a type of person. I'm a person that I love music too. I love my music. That's why I've been doing my music here lately. But I promised myself and I promised my higher self that I was going to get this message out. And any way possible, I'm going to get this message out. And if it's taken for my music to do it, that's what I'm gonna share do. Or do shows like this, what we doing now. Because
right.
But this one thing I want to know, let the people who's listening and is listening to this today when I put it on Telegram. This one thing I want people to know right now, that me and Dickie, we do this to spread this message. You know what I mean? We don't work like everybody else. We don't work like, Isis Wisdom. We don't work like Rashad or Young Pharaoh. You know, we take our time and really, do our research and really, trying to, do what's best for us so we can spread that message to everyone. You know what I mean? Because I got comfortable, really, recording our conversations, our interviews and stuff, and then posting it. You know what I mean? So, I had people come to me saying, well, man, why you do a live? When you gonna do a live and stuff like that? I don't have no problem doing a live or anything. It's just we've been doing it this way for so long. It's like now it's more comfortable for me.
It's a comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's like Sis said, it's a conversation.
Yeah. But we putting our two informations together, because we from two different generations. You know what I mean? See, a lot of people don't understand. I'm just 39 years old, and you in your generation, you know what I mean? Because a lot of my generation right now, a lot of them really got caught up in the Matrix, got caught up in all this hateful shit that our elites was, putting. A lot of them got caught up, and a lot of them just didn't wake up until all this to the Matrix and shit. You know what I mean? So
here's another thing I like to know. They might not even be aware of it. Are they teaching people the signs of nature? Because see, there was 3 red birds just flew over my head, and that's a sign for something. I just don't know what it means.
Right.
Because when you see certain butterflies, or you see certain damn what they call them, the dragonflies, and certain birds, when you see this is nature sending you a sign for something. And I don't know exactly what all those signs mean. I know what when a certain butterfly comes up, it means like peace and love, and something like that. But there was 3 cardinal redbirds. Now I like the redbird because I think it's a pretty bird. Right. And there was 3 redbirds just flew over my head, and I said to myself, what does that mean?
Right. See, I haven't. See, me personally, I never got myself in tune with that either. You know what I mean? I don't. It's like certain things that I'm really in tune with. And it's some of have to do is involved with nature, but not like like you said, certain what certain things mean when it come across you. You know what I mean? A lot of people would call yourself you superstitious or something. You know what I mean? But for us being spiritual, everything got a meaning. Everything has a meaning. You know what I mean? So, and like how we came across each other, it wasn't by accident. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
it wasn't by accident. This is the way the universe worked this out.
Yeah, it's something we got to do together. You know what I mean? And
I got to say this, and this is going totally off the rails right here. But I got to say this. This is why we need to get back to growing our own food. Because I seen something today that clicked like a motherfucker.
Okay.
It's about the food we eat. Even the good food that we are eating. It's the way it's being grown and harvested. Mm-hmm. It's why we're losing the nutrients of the food. Because see, today I discovered the nutrition that one apple had in the 50s, you need to eat 5 of them apples a day for the same nutrition, because of the commercial growers have came in and screwed up Mother Nature's way of keeping the soil with nutrients. Because they want to plant and harvest so fast, instead of letting what's left in the field stay in the field, so the nutrients from that plant, because see, the nutrients come from the ground, which feeds the plant, which the plant feeds you the nutrients to you. Now, if you start taking nutrients out the soil, then the plant don't get the damn nutrients it's supposed to get. And then when time you get to eat it don't give you the nutrients and the nourishment that it should. It's because of the commercial growers has fucked up farming. That's why we need to go back to growing our own shit, because they're not leaving the stuff in the field so it can rot and decay back into the soil to give the soil the nutrients that it does. Like a power shit will, when they go to bush and give it back to the ground, give it back to earth, it turns the dirt, gives the dirt nutrients and stuff. That's why damn dogs and pets and shit, they shit everywhere. They shit everywhere and get cows. They giving back the nourishment to the soil that the soil needs to produce the food that's gonna grow up out of the soil. And they done fucked up the way Mother Nature did it naturally, because of back in the day, farmers just left it in the field.
So that tells you, even our food is information then.
Right, your food is information. If you don't get good food, your brain can't function to adapt and receive good information. It doesn't grow the ability to recognize bullshit.
Right. So,
that's basically what it don't to recognize bullshit.
Have you seen where they were doing these cabbage? You know, now they got I was checking out a video that they I don't know what it was, but they formed something out of like a pastry or something, and it looked like cabbage, but they made it in like they was making it in some type of water or something. And they formed it. They I don't know how they did it, but they was rolling around in this water and shit. And all of a sudden, it made a damn cabbage. It looked like a damn cabbage, but you know it's not cabbage. You know what I mean? It's something, like you said. It's something they figured out, and now they trying to feed it to us. Feed us this shit and call it cabbage, but it's not cabbage. You know what I mean? This artificial, I don't know what they call it, but you know it ain't right, because they was trying to burn it up and it wouldn't burn. You know what I mean?
That's like that damn soap. Yep, that's just like the soap. When it snows, make snowball.
Oh yeah.
Put a light up on it, the snow don't melt and drip water like it should, because snow ain't supposed to be made of nothing but damn ice.
Yeah,
ice is done froze through water is done froze through the atmosphere. And the snow doesn't melt. It shrinks and get black.
Yeah, it get black. Remember, I did that test. I did the test, and it smelled like, and it smelled just